third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
Even keeping the back end for extra protection on 3rd down, they still... Sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
Here is good. That will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points there to CD that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. So here are the Chargers to take over. They fell last week to Cleveland, but they're on top here as they start this drive 1st and 10. The drive starts with a give to Spiller. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 167 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we the fourth quarter. Here's a 2nd and 5. They keep it on the ground with Spiller. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards there and a first down. From the gun, a run by Spiller. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Out of the gun, a give to Spiller. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations. There'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Mevis knocks this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
Out of the end zone comes Smith. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. KC's offense ready to take over. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He'll drop this off to Pacheco. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that run. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 32-yard line. Now here's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And a little floater there. Just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 2. These guys running back out of the backfield. And the Chiefs are going to have first and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. And again, it's Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
On second down, here's Mahomes. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. C.J. Ham there to make the grab. And the Chiefs have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Butker is on target. And now things get a little more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now this offense and Isaiah Spiller head back out. He has a chance to hit that often elusive 200-yard mark on this drive.
And most of the time during a game, people aren't keeping track of individual statistics.
Are you sure?
Well, a lot of the runners kind of know. But I'll guarantee you someone has sent word into the offensive line that he's got a chance to get over 200 on this drive. That should give them a little extra motivation because they love it when backs break that barrier.
Absolutely. We'll see if he can do it. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Again on the ground, again it's Spiller. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Straight ahead, it's Spiller. Pushes him over. And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. They'll run up the middle. Oh, no, he lost the football. And that was being picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself.
Review the play. The ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On 3rd down, it's Spiller. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Mahomes and the Chiefs. Down 24-17. 70 seconds remaining. They need a touchdown to the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. Mahomes. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. That he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that. things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he will have a Charger first down, and that should be the one that gets him to the finish line. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages. Herbert now to throw. Rolling to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football to places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
On second down, Spiller looking for space. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just one. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Now it's Herbert. Buying time to his left. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Now Herbert. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Extra point by Mevis is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. This is first and 10. Mahomes. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
This offense has had its troubles moving the ball all night. So now you get in this situation, hard to imagine that suddenly they're going to start clicking and moving the ball downfield.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the L.A. Chargers. And this win was impressive, Charles. And look, they were honest with us this week. They had this game circled on the calendar for quite a while, coming in and taking down the reigning Super Bowl champions.
And you and I both know from experience that having the title reigning Super Bowl champs is a blessing, but a curse when the next season begins, right? Because everyone circles that game on their schedule. They can't wait to come in and play, and they often do things you don't even expect because they figure, what do we have to lose? We're playing the Super Bowl champs.
So for L.A., they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road
It's week 3 of the NFL, and we'll see Isaiah Spiller. He was an unstoppable force last week with well over 200 yards. It's the Chargers and the Raiders, and it's coming up next.
Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And he is just absolutely marvelous to watch throw a football. That's something I could do all day long, watch him throw routes versus air. But he's even more impressive when there are bodies on the field, and he's creating with big throws downfield.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. You look at this Raiders defense. They're a unit that struggled some against the run, no doubt, coming in 25th out of 32 teams.
And when people talk about facing a challenge, they are certainly getting one in this ballgame because they're facing the #1 rushing unit in the NFL, which means it's going to be a contest they've got to be prepared for from the first snap.
Now it's Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40, the 40-yard line. So now it's the Raiders' turn to go on offense for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and that will bring up 2nd down. Off the play fake, Welsh. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Throwing on first down, Welch. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
He saw the pressure and he got out, but he never got upfield. And the defense, they took full advantage of a rookie mistake there. They were able to add a big loss on the sack.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Shedding the tackle that gives him some room. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
On 4th down, Welsh Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Off play action. Welch. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Joey Bosa. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Looking to throw. Welsh. Over the middle. That's caught by Adams. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call through the offensive coordinator. You got
touchdown Raiders. Davante Adams. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Raiders are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And Davante Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception. From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. Now a hit and a loose football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secure. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
On 1st and 10 is Spiller. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. Taking a peek at the rushing numbers for Spiller in last week's game, there was no answer for him defensively. Over 200 yards, 2 touchdowns to boot.
And that was a fun film to watch because a few of those runs, it was apparent he was just not going to be denied. And his team is hoping that carries over to this week as well.
In motion, the tight end. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now this is going to be a quarterback draw. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. From the 21, here's 2nd down and 8. Back to throw here, Herbert. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll take a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. And he's going to be marked down short of the 1st down, right around the 17. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Mevis knocks this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Now Lewis selects to return it. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Out comes Davante Adams in the offense for their next drive. Previous series, definitely a focal point. 3 catches, the touchdown grab. As a DB, or former DB, is there a number of catches on a drive you're like, oh, he got the best of us?
I'm not sure there's a number, but there's a great feel. And what he did on the last drive, yeah.
Especially with a touchdown.
Yes.
You're never happy.
You're exactly right. The way he capped it off. So you feel that at the sideline, and now you're looking at your buddies and saying, okay, what are we going to do to take things away from him? Because I'm not sure the other guys can make those sort of plays. So let's make sure that we don't let him get going again.
And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Off the play fake. Welch. He'll let this go for Adams. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. On the counter, it's Spiller. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Right back to Spiller on 2nd down. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Holding offense.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Now Herbert going to change the look. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Herbert has it knocked free. And the Raiders pick it up. Then they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Back to throw. Welch. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Here's Jacobs. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
A solid stiff arm. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, they run it with Spiller. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 66 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Now, after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Herbert. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. The Chargers at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate. The always tough, NFL.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Herbert on first down now. Forced out to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now the Chargers hustling, trying to get up and get set. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Up the middle they go with McAllister. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Mevis knocks this one through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
This will come out to the 25 as Lewis going to opt to not return it. Here comes Hunter Renfrow, ready for the next drive with the rest of his offensive mates. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate him.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. Throwing again. Welch. Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. Back deep for L.A. is Darius Davis. So we're at halftime with our score 7-6 in a tough-fought first. A no break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the 2nd half is now underway. Now Lewis selects to return it, and he returns this to the 22. So here are the Raiders now to take over. They're on the good side of this game right now with a lead, but they were on the bad side last week in that loss to Cincinnati, so now trying to make amends. on first down. Welsh. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Deion Henley. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. On the give, McAllister with it. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. And now they're in the hurry up. Draw play. Here's McAllister. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And just as they thought they might be able to take that across and get the lead, a big red zone turnover.
I know that I am defense-centric, and I want to give them a whole lot of credit, but I just can't believe after that drive, in that position, ball security paramount, they turned the ball over. Terrible.
And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a gain.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Welch. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. A handoff to McAllister, and very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On 3rd down, they'll run it with McAllister. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Now 2nd and 9. Off play action. Welsh. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. Davis now to return it. So here are the Chargers to take over. They were winners last week in that game against Kansas City, and they are on top right now as well. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up.
We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Now 3rd down and 7. Now Herbert going to shift his guys around.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here.
Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
On 1st and 10, Welch. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. And quickly, they get to the line. Here's Herbert. Caught by Allen. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it.
Mevis knocks this one through.
And the lead grows to 4. It's 11-7.
Well, they're able to come away with the interception, Charles. They aren't able to move the ball all that much. However, they do get 3 out of it with a field goal.
Yeah, and anytime you do force a turnover, you have to come out of it with points. Everybody wants 6. They'll take the 3 there. Now it's their opportunity to do it again.
This will come out to the 25 as Lewis going to opt to not return it. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room.
Still on his feet. Inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have retaken a 3rd quarter lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that gives him a 3-point lead. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 24. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's Herbert now on second down. Flush to his right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On the carry, it's McAllister, and he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Another run with McAllister. And he will maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And that's also all for this third quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. Now a 2nd and 10.
It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. The broken tackle couldn't create a ton of space. He'll be taken down just beyond the 35-yard line.
Herbert now. That is caught. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They'll run up the middle with McAllister. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Running right, here's McAllister. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
This is McAllister. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 68 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. They'll run here with McAllister. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They run the counter. McAllister. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They'll run for it here with McAllister. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. So he had the nice run to get him down there. Was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Now Lewis selects to return it. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
So out come the Raiders.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
A give, it's Jacobs off the option.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets
territory. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Back to throw. Welsh. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Stops short of the 25, but that second effort got him a couple extra. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Again, he'll drop the throw. And that's complete to Adams. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively, they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
Back to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been a
touchdown. Jacoby Myers from 8 yards out. And the Raiders have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Here's Darius Davis on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Herbert and the Chargers down 21-18. A minute 17 remains. They need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing, Herbert.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Well, the black hole and everyone in Vegas on their feet. Here's 3rd down now. Now Herbert. That is incomplete.
But that incompletion reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Fourth down for Herbert. Desperation time. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. And they will take a knee here. The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And a little bit of a surprise they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now,
It's
2-1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in Week 4. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by the former number 3. Back in 2021, it's Trey Lance.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
On play action, Lance. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. 2nd and 10. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Lance to throw on 3rd and 1. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And finally down at the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Shotgun now for Lance. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. Oh, boy, Christian McCaffrey shaken up, so hold everything here as they're going to take a look at him. More from L.A. in a moment. Lance now on 3rd and goal. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone, and now it'll be 4th and goal.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Holding, receiving team.
It didn't take long to see our first penalty of the game, did it?
We always talk about everyone wanting to get into the game in a hurry. The officials did as well.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And they'll send Williams in motion right. On 2nd down now. McAllister. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. The slot man in motion right. Right back to him on first down. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. And this one's incomplete. Josh Palmer, the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down. You look at this Niner defense. They enter this one number 13, Charles, in the NFL in stopping the run.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator, because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit, but facing the #1 rushing team, they have to stop that in order to have a good performance.
Now 4th down, so the Chargers trot out J.K. Scott. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. In last week's game for Kittle, there are the numbers. 3 catches, 96 yards, and a touchdown.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Now Lance throwing on 2nd down. They'll find Ayuk open right side. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Mason. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 18 yards, 1st down Niners. To throw, it's Lance. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27th. After the turnover, here's Herbert. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. From the 33, here's 2nd and 4. Now again, right side. McAllister fights through. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down, 2nd and right at a yard. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. 2nd down and a yard. Up the middle they go with McAllister. 55 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. The Chargers are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they fell in the opener, got back on the beam with a win in week 2, but stumbled again last week to fall under 500.
And despite that stumble, I don't think anyone's too concerned because they've made mistakes that they believe are correctable. And this is a team still getting to know each other. I'm not that concerned, and neither are they.
Here's 2nd and 7. Now a toss out wide to McAllister. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. This defense for the Niners, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
They fights him off. Flushed out right. And head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Oh, man. Just when the D thought they had the answer for it.
Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Allen, the man in motion right. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try again. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
On the give, McAllister with it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles.